Hi, everyone. It's just us coming at you again with Sandy Gulliver and Sandra Baskin and our two guests that are really quite amazing people. I'm very excited to introduce you to them. But first of all, happy Valentine's Day.
Yay!
And thank you for following us. It's really been exciting. So today we have Jordan Wheatley with us and Julie
Hello.
Mitre with
Hi.
us, who will each be sharing with you their mode of exercise. And it's never too late to do what they do, although I don't know if I'll try it. But I'm very happy to have them on the show, and perhaps we should get started then. Jordan, tell me what brought you to this? What made you start doing what you're doing?
And tell us what it is.
Okay, so I actually, I have a physical disability that my doctor said I needed to stay physically strong for. And I get really bored in the gym, like doing reps and things like that. I think that's just mind numbing. So I was looking into alternative things. I first got started in circus training where I did aerial hoop for a while. And then I later transitioned into pole dancing, pole fitness, and that's what I do now. And I'm coming up on my 2-year pole anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have a question.
Yes.
I've seen your videos, and do you do a certain kind of warm-up prior to getting on the pole?
Yeah, so the warm-ups are usually targeted to whatever we're going to learn. Like, if something's going to be really hamstring focused, we'll specifically do an exercise to warm that up. We do kind of like a dance warm up and then like a static stretching warm up. So dynamic and static warm ups. And then, yeah, it just kind of depends. Usually some form of like movement and stretching.
Cool.
Well, just so that everybody can get an idea of just exactly what Jordan is talking about, what is pole fitness? I have a little bit of a clip of her, and this shows her in the very, very beginning when she didn't have a clue, up until more recent, and you're going to see quite. It's pretty impressive. So let's see here.
It's an amazing difference from then to now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Okay, we can hear it, but not quite seeing it.
Look at that.
All right, hold on a minute. And probably we have multiple share clicked. So
Well, get ready to be very impressed, because it is just an outstanding thing that she does.
for sure.
I mean, the core strength that you possess is unbelievable. And I'm very jealous of it, but yeah, I don't think that I'll ever get there.
Jordan, do you need a lot of arm strength?
Not to start, no. My gym's curriculum is really, really well thought out. It starts in different series where you learn kind of like the very, very basic things. And then the next series focuses on another 5 or 6 different skills and tricks. And then it progresses slowly from there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's a good way to train, actually.
Yeah.
How often do you do what you do?
It kind of varies week to week. Since I have so many like physical issues, it kind of depends. I usually shoot for 3 times a week, somewhere between 3 and 5.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is the beginning when you were new.
When I couldn't do anything.
Now look at this. Whew.
Just amazing.
It's fabulous. Atta girl. Oh, and splits. Oh, yeah. Now, when I saw this part, I was just afraid you were going to fall on your head.
Well, I almost did yesterday.
Oops. Well, that takes some leg strength, man.
Okay.
That's cool.
Now I have to figure out how to get out of
That's okay.
That's fantastic.
here.
I am
What?
so impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
that brings up a whole lot of questions. I saw that you could do the splits and all that. Was that something that you could do before you started, or did that all evolve with this?
No, that was something I could do beforehand. So the genetic condition that I have is called hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So it means that my joints are already hypermobile. And that's why I had to find a way to stay strong, was because I can dislocate things really easily, but flexibility is sometimes seen with that. So I never really had to train splits. I just tried them as a child and could do them.
Easy. Mhm.
The only split I'm good at is a bottle of champagne.
Oh, that kind of
Oh,
split.
well.
Whatever works.
For sure.
So you're in Indianapolis, right?
Mhm.
How did you happen to find a facility that offers this?
I found it through, so my current instructor, I actually met her as a student at the circus gym I was training at, and I saw how strong she was. Like, there was one particular skill that I couldn't ever dream of doing in circus. And then in her second class, she just did it like that because it was something that, she had gained from pole. And I was like, how do you do that? How did you learn? Like, how are you that strong? And she's like, oh, I'm a pole dancer. And I was like, okay. And then I signed up for a class right after that.
Mhm.
So
And so this place that offers this, do they have other things to do, or is it just specifically for pole fitness?
So my pole gym also does Zumba, yoga, twerk, pound fitness, and then other different types of pole. So like I'm in a series class, which progresses in like the amount of like the type of tricks that you can do. But then there are like choreography classes that are like contemporary dance, exotic dance,
Ooh,
things like
fun.
that.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Belly dancing.
Yeah.
We
So
actually
do you have a
don't
pole
have
at
belly
home that you
dancing
can
there.
practice on?
What do
Huh?
Do you have a pole at home you can practice on?
I do. I
Good.
technically have two, but they're not. So we just recently bought this house, and so I haven't like set up my room for a pole yet, but I do have one. It's just in a bag.
I've got it'll get set up.
Yeah.
I follow you on Instagram, and every single time you post a new video, it stops me in my tracks. I stop my school and have to take a look because it's so impressive. I hope that other people will follow you on your Instagram too, because they have to see all the different things that you can do. That was just a little snippet.
I agree. And I follow her too. What is your handle?
It's my full name as it's displayed here on Zoom. It's Jordan Leigh Wheatley.
Yeah, and make sure you got the spelling right, because I, for the longest time, I thought it was
Yeah.
Wheatley. It's
Oh,
Wheatley.
yeah.
Oh, no, it's goofy.
Sandy, we'll put it on the Facebook page, of course.
Yeah, all that stuff will be on the Facebook page. So, Julie, let's see what you have to offer. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and what it is called and where you do it. Then we'll show a little snip.
Well, I was doing some things at Noyes Cultural Center in Evanston. There's a theater there. And I happened to notice on the side that there was this circus arts actor studio for the performing arts. And I noticed the gymnasium over there, and I watched one time, and I saw people doing things on the trapeze because you could just observe for a little while. And I thought, I want to try doing that. Mostly because I like to do a lot of physical activity anyway. But when I was in high school, we had classes in what was called apparatus. And we did do things on the flying rings and a horse and the parallel bars and stuff like that. So it kind of brought me back to that. And I never could climb the rope in high school. But anyway, So I went ahead and enrolled in a class, and I ended up with 10 sessions of 8 weeks classes, not consecutively, but when I go back. So, and I just,
What's it called, Julie?
it's called, what was it?
Ribbon dancing or no?
No. Well, this one was just called the Actors Gymnasium. And the one that I take is called the aerial arts, because there are various things besides the silks. And what you'll see here is the knotted silk, which I like because I have less good grip. So
Yeah.
this one helps me out. And the lyra and the trapeze, and then what they call the Spanish web, but all it is a big rope.
Oh,
That the one to climb up there, and there's a loop on the top where you can put your foot in there and hang upside
So
down.
are you seeing it now?
nope, not yet.
No,
Okay.
So I'll ask a question while Sandy's doing that. Same question that I asked Jordan. What kind of arm strength do you need?
Oh God, a lot.
Yeah, I thought with yours, yeah.
Because most of my activity was with the ballet classes, and we did things with our legs and stuff like that, and all the arm was held up, But this one, my arms were so sore after the first class, I couldn't even probably comb my hair.
Oh.
So, but it was amazing how quickly you develop that,
Are you seeing it now?
Yes, we have
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this one is cool. They got all these different things, but then they do this thing with the drop, and this is terrifying.
Love that. Yeah. But I love this part better, where you have to pick up your legs.
You have to keep them apart and your arms apart. Otherwise, you don't catch the sides of the silk. So
How far up are you here, and do you ever go higher?
with the Spanish web or the rope, I went up pretty high. This one's not as high, but it depends it depends how much you can crawl up there. But the knot isn't that bad. So
Here's the part I like. There we go. Okay.
Took a while to get up there.
Only one. You only had to do it the second time you were there. There she is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool because as you'll see, the instructors are there to spot you, and if you need more spotting or not. And there were this was supposedly a beginning class, but there were other levels. But everyone was so encouraging. Of course, I was the oldest person in the class.
Yeah.
But they're so encouraging, and yay, you can
look at that.
That drop of. Yeah, I would. She says, just I said, I think I'll close my eyes. She says, no, don't do that.
And spotting you, they're going to have to be pretty well. Both of you wound up with your head this far from the floor. Spotting you, they'd have to be in a hurry to get right under you. Oh, wow.
Well, probably, what they could do is break the fall so that you don't really. Yeah. And the floor is padded. It's not a hard floor. Yeah. It's got a spongy thing underneath there.
What about your floor, Jordan? That time when you're coming sliding
ours is a like wooden plank flooring, but we do have mats when you're learning new things so you don't crack your head open.
Julie, how often do you do this in a week?
Well, at the time I was once a week, but since each class, I haven't done it for a while because of everything.
And remember, I'm video.
And their clothes and all that, and it's a little expensive. So.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. What isn't?
Well, at the time it was like $187 for eight or 9 classes altogether.
Yeah.
On Friday afternoons.
So how do you keep your strength up when you're not?
Push-ups, push-ups and pull-ups.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was amazing how weak I was in my arms at first.
And you have no idea, right?
No. I thought, oh, I can just hang from that trapeze and flip myself up real good. You need some good abs too. to just get up nice and easy. If you notice that I had to swing to get up there for momentum, which is a little easier than just being able to pull up.
Yes, well, you're also not, 25 years old, so it's
No.
fantastic.
I can remember when I was in high school trying to get on the rings. Everybody had to do the rings and you had to be able to get your feet up into them. There was like, there's no way they went there. They just couldn't do it. So can you give a little help here? No, you have to learn how to do this. I said, no.
Do they
You
still
gotta
have to do
help.
that? Do they still have to do that in high school? Because I remember that was a John F. Kennedy thing, that he wanted all the
Oh, yeah,
school
yeah.
kids to
Oh,
pass some kind of a fitness test.
Well, you're
The
asking a question
presidential-
about what they do in high school. We hardly know that, although, well, no, I have grandtwins that are in high school and they're doing things like pole vaulting and all kinds of things.
This was a test that we had to take for.
The presidential
kid.
fitness test.
Yeah, every kid had to do it in the country.
Jordan, you're the closest to having been in high school. What was your experience?
The presidential fitness test, where you had to do like a flexibility thing, a mile run, certain amount of pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups. That was what, there weren't any rings or a rope to climb, but that was what we had.
Yeah, it's changed
What do you-
then
what
because
do
we had to climb the rope to the top of the gym. We had to jump over one of those pommel horses.
Horse.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff that my body was never made to do. But
Right.
I did it.
I want to
Julie?
ask Jordan, how do you grip that pole? I mean, I had a hard time with the silks in the grip. My
yeah.
hands, I have small hands, and to grab around a wad of silk was hard. Even the rope, I'd slide.
I have massive hands, so I can go all the way around the pole to like the first knuckle of my middle finger, but even still, I have really sweaty hands too. So I use grip aids. I use like dry hands. The one that I like right now, it's called Eco Grip, I think, and they are they've got like, now I can't think of what it's called. I put vegetable glycerin on my body and that makes you sticky. So they're like different like it's not a lotion, it dries you out. It's like an anti-lotion kind of, but that
It's called
helps
hand sanitizer. Has anybody noticed their hands lately?
yeah.
We had the chalk, but that was helpful. But they didn't like us to use it too much with the silks because it would damage the
Oh,
material.
sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pole can be wiped down, right?
Is that pole made out of metal?
Yeah, so you can the poles can be made out of different things. You can have one that's actually chrome, which I'm actually really allergic to those.
Oh.
But because they have nickel in them. There's stainless steel. You can get one that's like powder coated, so it's all different colors. And then there are also silicone poles. So the reason that you don't wear many clothes in pole is if you have a metal pole, you need your skin to create the friction to stick.
That makes
But
sense.
then some people get silicone poles and then you can wear whatever you want. But then, yeah, it's like a little bit different. You see that more with like circus poles than you do with like the pole that I do.
I think if you've got it, you can just wear whatever you want.
Jordan, I have a question about what you're feeling on any age. If they're dedicated and they work out and they set their sights on doing pole, they can, right? Even us older gals?
Yeah, we have
we
have a student at our gym that's in her 50s or 60s. I think she's in her 60s because she's like a self-proclaimed grandma and she's great. She can do tricks that I can't even dream of. She's been doing it for a while now, but yeah, she's really advanced and there's also a lady on Instagram who's I think 66 that's a very, very well respected pole dancer.
So the
So what did
answer
you
is
do
yes.
when you really couldn't go to the gym? How did you keep your strength up?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
How did you keep your strength up when you couldn't go to the gym?
Well, I have a pole at home. Um, at whenever the gym was shut down, it was when we still lived in our old house where my pole was up, so I could practice. I was really allergic to that pole, but so I had to like limit the amount of time that I was on it. But we did Zoom one-on-one coachings, and so I still got to train a little bit with like low ceilings. But other than that, I would just try and do basically like Pilates type workouts.
I have a
And Julie,
question.
what about you? What do you do to keep your strength up in between?
Do that too.
Oh, me?
When will you go back?
Huh?
When will you go back? You wait for injections, vaccine?
Yeah, I'll wait for that. But also, when they start their next sessions, they do have drop-in classes now. But I haven't wanted to go back yet. But in the meantime, I take ballet class twice a week. I go to the gym and do kickboxing and do the muscle conditioning classes, and I swim once a week, so half a mile. So I'm just active.
Have you been doing that all along through COVID?
Oh yeah. Well, the ballet classes I was taking on Instagram, they would have classes from Hubbard Street for free, and the wonderful one was Paris Opera ballet dancers who gave classes 45-minute classes. They were
Which
wonderful.
one? Which one are you saying?
The Paris Opera Ballet.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
of their
yeah.
principal dancers were putting classes up there for free.
Ah.
Hubbard Street, we had them every week, and so I just tune in and work out, with 2 chairs, just like they were.
Yeah,
Cool. And Sandy,
yeah.
you got a little machine there that made a noise?
That means that we are just about out of time and we should start wrapping up. So before I ask if there's anything more you wanted to add, I just wanted to let everybody know that we are going to have these videos and maybe even more on our Facebook page so that you can get a better look. And we'll also have their Instagram handles and whatever else we think you need.
And our Facebook page is just
Us with
Yeah.
Sandra Baskin, Daryl, and it's spelled in Sandy Gulliver. So be sure to follow us when you go find it. We need
Yes,
followers.
Yep.
Oh, what
Well,
else would you
ladies-
like to say? One last thing, Jordan. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know.
She told us.
I just think, well, okay. Yeah, I do have something that I want to add. Pole, in addition to being like something for fitness, has been the most amazing community of supportive people. It's body inclusive, any kind of race, religion, creed, everybody is welcome there. And it's the most supportive community I've ever been in. And it's done more for my mental health than I could I never would have expected to walk into a community of such supportive people. And it's just been completely life-changing. In addition to being like great for strength, if anybody is looking for a community where you're just welcome and supported, I just recommend anybody try pole.
Interesting. Reminds me of what Maggie and Jesse said about the ninja community.
It is true. Because I work, I've been off during COVID, but I'll be back soon after the second vaccine. The Ninja Gym, we could be, your words are exactly what we say in the ninja community. It's just so wonderful, so supportive. I'm glad yours is like that. Julie, I guess you have to go back and get into your wonderful community in the Silks, right?
Yes, the Actors Gymnasium in Evanston. They're just so encouraging, and and like I said, they were not my age group, but still they would cheer you on.
Well, I can guarantee you the Ninja Gym is not my age group either. and I've done competition. So, and it's because of how they encourage. That's, yeah, isn't that amazing, gals? Yeah, love it.
I'm going to stick with walking if you don't mind,
That's okay.
But what about your Pilates though?
Keep moving.
and Pilates.
And I'm gonna stick with my walking for the time being. Maybe I'll go back to ballet someday.
Oh, you'll do ballet, I'll bet you any money. You
And
love
now
it.
I'm getting the urge to do tap dancing again. So,
Oh, fun. I'd
Yeah.
like to do that too. Find a place in between us.
yeah. All right, well then, let's call this a day and we'll see you next week.
Thank you,
Wednesday.
gals.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Sorry, Sandy, I wanted to thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Adios, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.